Okay, folks, welcome back. So, just got done a little while ago going over to Mitch's house, and we had a kind of an impromptu scheduled game. Meaning, I'm actually planning on playing next weekend, but it just so happened that he was off today. So, him and Joel were there, and we had a three-way Gaslands game, and it went really well. Actually, we had two Gasland games, and we just randomly selected which cars we were going to have. In the first one, I had 17 27-point cars, so that was what we had to choose from. And six were into play, and then we played that game, lasted about 3 hours, even though not really rushed. We had to look a couple things up. No big deal. And then turned around and played another one where we used six completely different cars. So all cars that I have in my collection that we built on this channel, painted up on this channel, etc. So the first game was won by Mr. Green Screen, which is one of the two cars I ended up getting. I didn't want people to select cars. I wanted just to kind of, if you have to select, you got to think about which one you're going to get instead of just like randomly get assigned one. And yeah, it was a good time. Second game, Joel basically blew us away with his two cars, and then Mitch came a knocking and knocked out both of his cars from behind. So he actually ended up winning with Hassenpfeffer. And yeah, so anyhow, good times. I have an unboxing here that Marty decided to send me over. He said, "I got some cars for you." I said, "Well, you do realize I have hundreds of cars." And I do have hundreds of cars. Now, I'm building about a car every other day. So, keep this up. We're in good shape. I did travel with all of my cars, and they traveled okay. And all we did was wrap them up in a paper towel, mark with a marker what each one of them was, and just took them with me. I think I packed them up on the show this morning. I can't remember. This morning seems like it was days ago. Today seemed really weird. Had a really good time, but it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know what day of the week it is. So we have this package of Hot Wheel cars that Marty sent me. If these are any that I have repeated, I'm probably just going to make the version that I have crashed or something like that. I don't want doubles of any cars. So, well, just without further ado, let's go ahead and get started and see what we have here. We're going to take them out one at a time. And let's lower this so you guys get a better view of it. The one person watching. You guys, the rest of you can watch afterwards. I have no idea what's here. So, we will see. Is my camera connect? Yeah, we're connected. Okay, perfect. All right, here we go. We'll just grab in here and take a look at one of them. We have, what is this? He said he got these from Goodwill, so we'll see. I have no idea what these are. This is a no-name. I have no idea what this is. I think it's just a generic orange car. It looks like it could be a Jetta. The back of it certainly looks like a Jetta. Does it have an interior? Oh, this is an interesting way to take this thing apart. It doesn't have a traditional way to take it apart. Interesting. If it has an interior, I'm going to pop it open because I like to paint the interiors of them. And it has windshields all around, and they're clear. So that's good. You don't have to worry about the funky blue windshields. Okay, we're just going to stack them up over here. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, we have a Bronco by Maisto. This is a Maisto Bronco. It's one of the new Broncos, I think. Hey, this is like whatchamacallit's car. Like Rick's car. Is Rick watching this? Nerd burglar, nerd burglar, nerd burglar. Rub the lamp. See if he shows up. His is a darker blue. So, yeah. Cool. Yeah, I don't have one of these. I've got one that is... my mud puppy is based on this, but it's not completely enclosed like this one. All right, let's see what else we got. We have a super high-speed champion. What is this thing? Oh, we got one of these. We'll have to throw this on the other side of the table when Mitch behaves. I can just shoot it at him. Super high-speed champion. Well, it's got like some graphics on it. I may just end up just repainting, just giving this a wash, a flat coat and a wash. Okay. Cool. What else we got here? Oh, this is a wild one. Well, we definitely won't be able to use this bright ass colored thing. This is a Hot Wheels, and what is it? I don't have this one. So far, no repeats. Roger Dodger. Okay, so Roger Dodger is actually a style of this particular body style. It's come back several years. This one is a 2016. Roger Dodger's got really big engine. That's once you take the chrome off that'll actually look pretty cool. And it looks like there's some seats or something like that. So this might actually be one that'll travel without this orange roof on here. And it's a make-believe car. It's not based on anything in particular. All right. What else we got here? We have a pick-em-up truck. I bet this is some kind of a Volkswagen type thing. Am I right? A Holden, UTE. Holden, that's Australian, isn't it? Isn't Holden Australian? This is a Hot Wheels? No, it's a Matchbox. 2017. This looks like a girl's car. I don't mean that ugly. I just mean like this looks like something that the girls' team would drive. Not that they can't play for the other team, but this is cool. It's got nice wheels on it. Everybody know what the hell a Holden is? I think it's Australian. Pick 'em up truck. All right, what else we got here? This is a Camaro of some sort. Is this another one of these? Nope, it's not. This is a no-name Chinese. Well, the good thing about it is it's got a screw here. So we can take it apart immediately. Well, immediately. I got to find the screwdriver first. It was here this morning. I took something apart this morning with a screwdriver. This is how the bottoms of all the vehicles should be. Just take one Phillips screwdriver, take it apart, and you get to all the pieces. It's empty. It's empty, kind of like the Maistos are. Okay, well, no point in taking this one apart. And you know it's fine with red. It already has a stripe. This is like, just give it a clear coat, spray it, and move on. Let's put this back on here. Yeah, the games went really well today. Mitch still needs driving lessons, though. Okay. I don't know what this is supposed to be. A Camaro, maybe? Something like that. Doesn't matter. Okay, this one is convertible. This looks like a Camaro. Is it? Hot Wheels. Camaro something or another. I don't have one like this. So this one's been dinged up a little bit. I don't know what kind of graphics we got on here. What do we got? I'm not sure. But this is why I don't like using my Cruise for just anything, because a vehicle like this has got to have people driving it. I mean, it's open. You know, you can't hide not having folks there. So, yeah, pretty cool. All right. What else we got here? Oh, we got some racy thing. Super Blitzen. Definitely a performance vehicle of some sort or another. With something like this, I'm going to repaint this yellow back here. The body will stay the same color. It'll look great. Might color match this wing to the side of this. Performance vehicle. What's happening? Go for it painting? Still got more. Let's see what else we got. Oh, a cop car. All right, we have our first cop car. I don't have a single cop car. I don't have a single cop car. Now we have a cop car. And all the cops are going to have derogatory names. We're talking about the cops, what we're going to do. And I think in a death race, the cops are going to start in the opposite direction, and they're going to go against traffic. And they're not going to be equipped with guns. They're just there to ram people. And people can't shoot at them either. You know, you could run the cops off the road, but you can't fire at the cops. So, Metro Police 209. And the cops are going to be, you know, if there's 12 cop cars, they're all going to be different departments and everything. I don't want them all matching or anything like that. They all got to have personality. And they're going to be NPCs. So, cop, no name, made in China, cop thing. There's nothing on the inside, which basically means I don't have to take it apart. Okay? And it is dinged up a little bit, but we'll make sure that when we weather it, the weathering will catch on those dings and you won't even tell. Won't even be able to tell. Okay? Cop car. I don't know what car this is supposed to be. Maybe make-believe car. Okay. Next one. We have a Prelude. I know what this is. It's a yellow Prelude. I do not have a Prelude. And this is probably like a 98 Prelude. Let's see how well it did. 98 Honda Prelude. Yep. I know, I wanted one of these, but actually they're underpowered by today's standards, but they still look cool. All right. Cool. And we'll make sure that I take befores and afters on all these, especially the used cars, because the other ones, you can find pictures of them and stuff like that, but this doesn't show you what condition they come in and so forth. All right, let's see what else we got here. We have a little plastique one. Greenbrier International. Looks like it's the same ones made by these folks. Okay. Again, a lot of these, no point taking them apart. There's nothing on the inside. Well, this one actually has seats and stuff. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, this thing's wacky. This reminds me of Star Control. Oh, it's got teeth on it. Oh, this is interesting. What the hell is this thing? Oh, it's a Disney Pixar thing. I guess it's supposed to be something from Monsters, Inc. I'll have to find out what the hell this is. It's got teeth on it. Interesting. What is this? Disney, Pixar, Thailand, Mattel. Is it a Hot Wheels? Let's find out what this thing is. Hot Wheels, Disney, Pixar, die-cast, green, alien, car. Okay, how about green car, not take alien out? Green car, teeth. There we go. Nope. Nope. What is this thing? Here it is. Oh, it's Toy Story Rex. What? Does it really look like T-Rex? Not really. It's like a cucumber with herpes. Toy Story Rex. Okay. I think it's got potential. Cool. Never seen that one before. Here's one that's invisible. Well, another one that launch at Mitch. It's the invisible car. You could probably repaint this, and it's got details on it and stuff. Okay? Easy. Easy. Calm down, dude. Calm down. Take a chill. Alright, what we got here? We got another... It's got a Mercedes body. Made by the same people that make these. No doors on it. You can paint lines for the doors and stuff. Okay. Wonder Woman. Well, that's not gonna. We can't have Wonder Woman on here. That's just a little. I mean, the car on it's fine. That's gonna be a good one to practice taking taking the logo off. A little dinged up. Is it a Hot Wheels or is it a? Yeah, it is a Hot Wheels. Okay. It's a cool body. I've never seen this one before. Let's see what we got here. I got another invisible car. What is this? Viper? No. Make-believe car? Doesn't say. Doesn't say what it is. Doesn't matter if it's make-believe or not. That's a unique color. That color will actually work. It's got an interior of some sort. Oh, look at this. Look at this. An old An old armored car thing. I have one of these. I don't have it in this color. I don't remember what color it was originally. It's not finished. It has like a turret. It looks like it's got a machine gun on it, but it's, not really. Now this is sloppy because I did a black lining on it that's just really thick as a wash. I did it a long time ago. So it just needs a dry brush of white. This is for my UN forces. But yeah, these are 1973. It's almost as old as I am. A weasel. No, these are good, and I think, well, I have this one, and I also have the other one that's this one. I actually closed up the top of it and put a split in it, like it's got a split hatch, because I think this one came with some dude that was like way over scale, like looking out of it. Okay. Here's some kind of retro vehicle with flames. Is this one of the Mick vehicles? No, what it body style this is. Jester. Jester the Molester. Okay, that's kind of cool. Don't have one of those. Oh, there's a card here. Found these at Goodwill and thought you might like some of them. Marty. Okay. I've never been to a Goodwill store. What do we got here? We have, this is, God, I want to say I know what this is. Maybe it's Alpha? It is. Alpha C8. Okay. Another one of the Italian cars. The horde's growing, yeah. We had a really good good pair of games. Really good pair of games. I told him, I said, my goal is every time we have a game, the next game will look better than the previous one. What do we have here? Oh, we have a dragster. We have a dragster. 2014. This is definitely a dragster type thing. I have a couple of things for dragsters properly. This is going to need new wheels. These are kaput. These are kaput. Is this the last one? This is the last one coming up. We have another Camaro. A Z28 Camaro. I don't have this one either. So these are all new things I don't have, with the exception of this armored car, which I do have one of. Might convert that into a tank or something. And I don't know what to make of these clear ones. These are invisible cars or something like that. And this definitely does not look like a T-Rex. I don't know what this is. This almost looks like, I don't know. But it's cool. And we're definitely going to paint it like it's got teeth. There's like this nostrils here. I'm probably going to make that its eyes. Anyhow, this is unboxing we just did. And taking advantage of my extra hour clock going back. Okay, so right now it is an hour earlier than normal. Okay, well that's good for you guys to try to see my stuff. So, what I realized in the game that I just played is I need to make a couple different markers including smoke and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to turn back around, go back to that table. How many more of these guys do I have to do? Probably 3 or 4. I know we'll start working some of these into the ones that we're doing as well. Like I said, I don't have any of these body styles. The only problem I have with these that are open is I have to put crews in them, and I don't mind painting figures by at all. I have a very limited amount of figures at this point. It's very very limited, and there's not that. And we lost one of the suppliers that had them all. It's Stan Johansson. He passed away a couple of months ago. So, and his family's not continuing his business, which, I don't blame him. For all I know, they were probably tired of him doing whatever he was doing. But, you know, that's the problem with some of these cottage industries is like, if you don't have the passion of the person who started it, they pass on and there's not that energy. So, okay, so we're going to turn the computer around and we're going to go over there and we will continue where we left off. So I'm going to use the bathroom and then I'll be right back. Oh, okay. Well, I'm muted. Okay. You just farted. Well, you didn't mute that. All right. So we're going to go ahead and weather this thing. Let's do the taillight first. Let's do a taillight on this. Got to get out of gaming mode and get back into painting mode. Is this the red we want to use? Flat red. No, let's use the other one. It's a little bit more. Is it the scarlet one? It's scarlet. Got this stupid cough that I just can't seem to shake. Ooh, that's filthy. So we used a little bit different mechanism for deciding who goes first in the game today, and it worked pretty well. I had little cork things, basically little corks. I have a shitload of them, and I had a person's initial on the bottom of each one. So when you pulled a cork, that's the person that got to go next. So you could have guys that go twice in a row and things like that. But we came to the conclusion that the mechanism for the pole position guy going first is it's not broken as it is. It's just unnecessarily confusing. There's a couple times where we were playing like, did this guy go already? And it got unnecessarily confusing. So we're gonna ditch the pole position rules for that. We also found out a really interesting thing is that if you run into somebody else and you don't want to hit them and the other guy doesn't want to be hit, no accident happens. So like there was a situation a couple times where a player wanted to move, they had to basically run into their own guy. Like they're running two cars and one of the car from behind had nowhere to go and had to run into his own guy. And the collision doesn't actually happen. So that's kind of nice. But there was a lot of ramming. A lot of ramming. Especially Joel that was running Billy Goat. Billy Goat was just having a field day with everybody. But it didn't win. It got in the way, and then Mitch's car is playing catch up and ended up shooting him from long range. Sit in your garage with a door open in shorts and a hoodie drinking. It's 49 degrees. That's perfect weather. Of course, it's pretty dark right now, probably where you're at. Or it's darker than here. It's pretty cool this morning, and then it warmed up. Actually looking like a pair of lips. Don't look at my lipsices on my car. And I think I'm going to use a little bit of yellow in this case. Bring this up a little bit. Okay. I don't remember if that little part's supposed to be silver on it or not. Jesus. Do all my own tricks. All right, let's see if we can find a dry brush that behaves itself. I need to go in here and just have like a mass cleaning of all these things. Had a bit of C19 this week out today. First time since Monday. Still got the cough. Well, my cough is not throat related. It's definitely some kind of nasal infection or something, or allergies or something. And it gets triggered when I eat something or drink something cold. And then it'll simmer down again. But no day did I feel. The first couple days I felt really tired. But I didn't get a headache or anything any of the days. So whatever it was, I don't think it was anything very serious or dramatic or anything like that. I picked it up in freaking Orlando from some patient zero or something. Probably from somebody from South America visiting in Orlando. All right, and then we're going to go to the middle shade, which is US Field Drab. Bright pink sky, light blue. This thing's about had it. I want this to look weathered, but I still don't. I still want it to look like it's got the pattern or whatever. I don't want it to be like a unused car, unweathered. All right, and then a little bit of that Iraqi sand. World famous Iraqi sand. Picked up mine at a funeral. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if I got mine at the actual model show. I wasn't there long enough. It might have just been being in Orlando, exposed to all these germs that come from faraway places. It's not like I missed any days of work or anything. I got a mild fever. I think the first day I got it, or the first day I had symptoms. Didn't even have a headache from it. You don't worry about shit like that. Like, I've always had, you know, I've always had fevers. There's always been flus. There's always, I don't worry about that shit. Maybe you had COVID. Well, I'll tell you what, if I had some form of COVID that does not merit shutting the entire, all fucking society down for what I had. So, I just think it's just one of those environmental things that have always happened and always will happen. Much better. Now let's get some edges here. But I've had times where I've had coughs, even before the whole COVID debacle. There's been times where I've had a cough for like a month. And it's not nothing other than, annoying having to hear it over and over and over and over again. But I'm not usually very sick. I don't get sick very often. All right, that's about all the weathering I want to do. This will end up being here at the top. I bet you and Jim have the same blood type. No telling. Well, we don't live anywhere near each other, so. Jim, who the hell's Jim? You mean Jeffrey? I don't even know. I wanted to donate blood one time, so they tell me the blood type, then they didn't tell me. They were incompetent. Like, we're digging around. They don't know how to tell blood. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to. I don't know what blood type I have. Let's just figure it out. I did go and get to the lab this week because I got 2 doctor's appointments coming up, just routine checkups, and all my blood work came up fine, including cholesterol and everything. I just need exercise. I need to get my metabolism going. I want my metabolism back. I ain't coming back. All right, that one is the reddish one. Then we have light tone, and then the other one is soft tone. All right. And we're going to need a little bit of this. So he played the game. The Rastafarian guys were off to a head start, and then everything went wrong for them. They started smoking some of that stuff, and all kinds of issues came up with them. They like stalled out, they spun out, and there was a problem. They dropped the gear 1 and spun out, and all of a sudden they were an easy target for everybody, and they just got blown up to Kingdom Come. an elk license to raise an elk or to go elk hunting? Used to get bronchitis when younger. Well, we've all had that. I think everybody's had bronchitis. I understand I used to be pretty sickly when I was younger, and then I learned how to fucking overeat, and that saved me. Hunting 6.5 by 52 millimeter round. That's a weird range. That's a weird caliber. Was that Italian? I think the Carcanos were 6.5, weren't they? Or the Japanese were. The Arisakas. One of those had a 6.5 millimeter caliber cartridge. Yeah, I don't have a problem with people hunting. As a matter of fact, you need to control those things so we don't all die in a fiery crash with a deer jumping out in front of us. But I have no interest in doing it. I was right as a Carcano. Look, see, I'm not stupid. I just look like it. Bet that ammo's hard to come by, isn't it? Italian. My pistols are Italian. I don't know. I don't own a rifle. Wouldn't use it. Well, at the end of September, we got open carry in Florida. Still haven't seen anybody open carrying. Not that there's any reason to, in an urban environment. If you're out in the woods, absolutely. But out in an urban environment, why would you do that? Or just draw attention to yourself. Paid $2,000. That's yeah. Yeah. If I got a rifle, that's what I would want. I'd want an FAL. I'm not going to spend $2,000 on something. We're going to go and kill cardboard with. Once a year or twice a year. Like it just doesn't make sense. It's not a smart move. I'll stick with these dollar cars. That's a much better investment. Pretty little thing. What really varies in price is shotguns. Man, shotguns go from like You sure this thing will fire price to, it stopped an engine one time. A Carcano? Yeah. I wouldn't want one to be out. Well, you don't have any big animals out there. You don't have any bears or anything where you're at. You don't have any big, you don't have any monstrous stuff like that out there. Wolverines and bobcats. Well, I don't know about a wolverine, but 9mm a drop a bobcat, no problem. 9mm drop a coyote. I don't know about a wolf. Although I don't think we have any wolves in Florida. We got coyotes, and coyotes. I've been out walking and heard them. I haven't seen them. But I bet if you went into a pack of coyotes, you drop a couple of them, and the rest will just scatter. Hogs is what I'm worried about. But I'm not really in the woods, Snakes, I don't worry about snakes. I ain't scared of no damn snake. Of course, I don't need to be dropped into a pit of them either. Wolverine's just like you got badgers too, don't you, right? Do you still do fox hunting in Britain? And if so, what's the point? It's not like you're going to eat the fox. I'm sure somebody out there eats fox, but they're probably from Korea. Okay, so this is going to be flowering fubuki. Flower and fubuki. Well, the good news is every car that the folks use today, you have badgers. They're cool. Yeah, they're the biggest. They're bigger than wolverines, aren't they? They seem like an animal that's not aggressive until you corner it, and then you got problems. Like just give him a way out and he'll leave you alone, kind of thing. But all the cars that were used today, People seem to like them. They weren't like, oh, this car is a piece of shit and that other one isn't. So that's the whole point. And you save a lot of time having these things already pre-built. A lot of time. All right, we need to clear this space up a little bit. We've backed ourselves into a corner here. Now we're dropping paint bottles. What time is it? It's early. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it in a couple weeks when the time changes, and it'll look like it'll be dark at freaking 5:30. Bless it. I'm tired of this fucker poking me. Okay, I'll be right back in a moment. Illegal to hunt foxes. They still hunt with dogs, but drag scented lures. What was the whole point of hunting foxes, though? I mean, did they eat? I mean, the people didn't eat them, right? It was just to, like, okay, these are a nuisance, so we're going to hunt them. Nuisance animal? I don't know. I don't really want to kill a creature that's not, a problem. I don't really go out. I'm not saying I'm an animal right. Well, nobody wants to see animals freaking, treated poorly. But if an animal's a dick, get rid of them. And dick animals don't need to be around. We got 2 or 3 mockingbirds that they like to go outside. They like to shit over my wife's car. They go on the rear view mirrors, on the side mirrors, and they look at themselves and they get all excited and they shit all over the fucking car. Yeah, because we could shoot those fuckers. I have no problem with that. They brought it upon themselves. Not just some random. I don't like mockingbirds. Mockingbirds are dickheads. Now we got bluebirds in the back. They're cool. Mockingbirds, no. And that's the official Florida state Bird, yeah, well, fuck those guys. You know, why couldn't we get pelican or flamingo or something like that? Dickhead mockingbird. Vermin control. You hunt coyotes the same way. They get big, them lawnmowers. They get big, them lawnmowers, man. What are you smoking? You get big, them lawnmowers. Sounds like something you hear from somebody from Alabama. They get big, them lawnmowers. I had somebody walk in front of me after I left Mitch's house. I want to go get something to eat. And this guy didn't even look up. He crossed the street in front of me. Just didn't even look up. Now, you got to be on the lookout for everybody because people just have their head in the clouds. They hunted other animals out of existence. Well, yeah, I don't want to just, willfully kill something, but if it's trouble, if I'm not messing with you and you come after me, I say you go down. Like there was some, this was many years ago. We had this place called, is it Lion Country Safari? Something like that. And it's one of those places where you've got animals loose and you drive through there or whatever. I haven't been to one of those places, but, just like in Africa where you can go on a safari and, it's like, oh shit, there's wildebeest right by the car or something like that. Like, lions are like, oh, don't move, they roll the windows up, there's lions or something like that. Anyways, some kid, this is probably 20, 30 years ago. Some kid got his dad, he was with his dad, and his dad got impaled by like an impala or something like that. I'm like, yeah, that kid should be allowed to like hunt, those animals down. I don't know what the dad was doing. Maybe he was doing something stupid, right, that he shouldn't have been doing. But, yeah. Man, there is just shite everywhere here. All right, we need to lose this thing. This is I'm getting terrorized by mess. We're going to keep this because these are good parts. These are a couple machine guns. Those are good. Frames and stuff. Got this driver figure pointing. Okay, and the rest of this shite could go away. I'm going to switch this thing. This thing's like a mess right now. This one's smaller, but it's not as messy. There we go. All right. This thing's ready to be clear coated. All right, so this is the vehicle that we've kind of claimed was going to be tree fitty because it has 350 caliber machine guns. Let me see if we can find some gun, and this is a Maisto. So there's no point in taking this thing apart because it's just basically nothing inside. Okay, well we added a flat coat to it. And this set from Auto Kill, these are the Auto Kill weapons. They have some guns that are like these two, could probably put them in the window. Let's, I dropped them both with one. Yeah, something like this. And this is going to have one in the back, one in the front. Obviously, the one in the front is. And one in the back, one of these works just absolutely fine. We had some vehicles today that had some hellacious amount of firepower. If you show up in the wrong place, like if methcalade shoots at you, it can put out a lot of gunfire to the front. A lot. Okay, this is the one that's at an angle. So if we glue this like this, is it facing the right direction? Yes, and it's kind of a cannon looking instead of a machine gun, but I think it'll work. So we need one of those, one of these for the rear, and then the turret for the roof. Yeah, because this one is just, well, hold on a second here. That would probably work, and then one for the back. This at the front, and both of these match. This looks just so much more like a cannon. Elk liver sausage. Well, I've only had elk one time, and it was superb. It was on a pizza in Canada, and it was really, really good. But I don't know about liver. I don't like regular liver. I don't like anything that's gamey or irony. Yeah, I just need a single 50 caliber looking thing. Doesn't have to be a 50 caliber looking thing, but I mean, we got some nice looking M60s, but they're over scale. Okay, for the roof, what is this little thing? This might actually work. Now, these come with some separate barrels. I believe I saw one in here. Here it is. I think this will work considering the stuff that I have available. I think this will work. And I don't think we'll glue it down like we do all the other turreted stuff. So we're going to prime these 3 little guns. Man, this chair is just on a tear. I have a feeling I'm probably going to go to bed early tonight. All right, we're gonna go ahead and let this dry, and then we'll probably come back in the morning and continue from here. All right, folks, thanks for stopping by.